All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of self-practice, self-study. In this episode, we're gonna do the shadowing. Let's finish the video. I am speaking mock exam, Romy from Australia with a band nice sample. Okay. So in lead, in the last section, we have finished the half part, the first half part of the video, and we left up at the minute 16, right? So let's continue at that place, right?
So much detail, so much elaboration, does a wonderful job with a fluency, grammatical range, so many grammatically complex sentences.
Uh, where is it? Hmm. Let's check that again.
Right? Especially in a case where it's going to hurt someone else's feelings or where it's really not necessary for them to know, um, and it will just ricochet and have other effects and just impact everyone around.
I love Romy's answer here. So much detail, so much elaboration, does a wonderful job with a fluency, grammatical range, so many grammatically complex sentences, nice features of language, um, really, really, really wonderful piece of work.
Okay, must be around here, right? Piece of work. Piece of work. Ah, yeah, here. What the hell? All right. I love Romy answer here. So much elaboration. Does a wonderful job with a fluency, grammatical range, so many grammatically complex sentences, nice feature of language. Mm, really, really, really wonderful piece of work.
Is there a good way to give constructive feedback to someone about?
Is there a good way to give constructive feedback to someone about something?
Yes, I definitely think there is, and this is something that I've learned about in one of the courses I'm studying at uni too.
Yes, I definitely think there is, and this is something that I've learned about in one of the courses I'm studying at uni too.
Which was about sports coaching. So how we can give constructive feedback and help our students um, to learn from their mistakes. And I think it's really important when giving constructive feedback to say something positive first.
Which was about sport coaching. So how can we give constructive feedback and help our students to learn from their mistakes? And I think it's really important when giving constructive feedback to say something positive first, mm, to make sure you're not too negative and that you don't have a negative tone to your voice, that you're happy, that you are just generally trying to help them. I'm gonna have a star. Yes, okay.
To make sure you're not too negative and that you don't have a negative tone to your voice, that you're happy, um, and that you're just generally trying to help them. You want to give off the vibe that you're just trying to help them and not that you're trying to put them down.
Give up the vibe. Is this an idiom phrase? Give up the vibe. No. To share the energy, right? It must be something relevant to share the energy. You want to give up that you just generally have to trying to help them. You want to give off the vibe that you are just trying to help them and not you are trying to put them down. I think it's one of the worst things when someone telling you something and you know they are just trying to let you down. and trying to make you feel bad about yourself.
I think it's one of the worst things when someone's telling you something and you know they're just trying to let you down, trying to make you feel bad about yourself. So I always try and start with something positive and then say, how about we try this? Or how about next time you do this? I think always phrasing it as a question is also a more sensitive way to approach the topic.
And trying to make you feel bad about yourself. So I always try to start with something positive and then say, how about we try this, or how about next time you do this. I think always facing a question is also a more sensitive way to approach the topic in pronunciation.
In pronunciation, there's a feature of language which is called the weak form. The weak form is when we don't put the stress on the word. And if you go back and listen to Romy, she very often uses the weak form of the sound too. Um,
In pronunciation, there's a feature of language which is called the weak form. The weak form is when we don't put the stress on the words, and if you don't back and if you go back and listen to Bromy, she's very often use the weak form of the sound too. Mm, to see, to do. We don't say to see or to do. We say to see, to do.
to see, to do. We don't say to see or to do, we say to see, to do. And she uses this weak form with this sound called the schwa, the sound, the to see, to do, to watch, to sing. And you will notice that she uses the weak form really well.
And she uses this weak form with this sound called hóa, the sound to see, to do, to watch, to sing, and you will notice that she uses the weak form really well. And what can people learn from feeling of disappointment?
And what do people learn from feelings of disappointment?
A lot. I think in terms of my sport, I've been disappointed in results a lot of the time.
A lot. I think in terms of my sport, I'm being disappointed in result a lot of time.
I think disappointment can act as motivation very easily. It can be turned and manipulated into many things.
I think disappointment can act as motivation very easily. It can be turned and manipulated into many things. Mm.
Um, but I think if you always try and manipulate it a positive way,
But I think if you always try to manipulate it a positive way and try use it to your advantage,
and try and use it to your advantage, try and use it to motivate or to change something that you would have liked, you wouldn't have liked to be said about yourself. I think it can always be used in a good way.
but I think if you always try and manipulate it in positive way and try and use it in your advantage, try and use it to motivate or to change something that you wouldn't have liked to be sad about yourself. I think it can always be used in a good way.
Thank you. That is the end of this practice IELTS speaking.
Thank you. That's the end of this IELTS practice speaking test. Whoa, 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 whoa.
To be used in a good way.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
That
That's
is the
the
end
end
of
of.
this practice IELTS speaking.
Thank you. This is the end of this practice IELTS speaking test.
Thank you very much to Maddie and to Romy.
Thank you very much to Maddie and to Romy.
I don't know what you think, but this was a really wonderful example of how a person can naturally answer questions.
I don't know what you think, but this was a really wonderful example of how a person can naturally answer questions,
The
the range of
vocabulary,
vocabulary,
the
the
range of
range of the range of grammatical structure.
structures. And I know that for many of you who are trying to reach the band 7, maybe this feels like it's unachievable. Maybe it feels like you're not going to get to Romy's level.
And I know that for many of you who are trying to reach the band 7, maybe this feels like it's unachievable. Maybe it feels like you're not going to get to Bromy level.
Well, the important thing to remember is that if you really want to get to Romy's level, you can.
Well, the important thing to remember is that if you really want to get to Bromy level, you can.
It takes a bit of hard work,
It takes a bit of hard work.
but for most of you, you're not actually trying to reach Romy's level. But what you can do is take away many of the things that she does really well in her test and try to apply them to yours and learn the features of language that Romy.
It takes a bit of hard work, but for most of you, you're not actually trying to reach Bromy level. But what you can do is take away many of things that she does really well in her task and try to apply them to yours and learn the feature of language that Bromy is using. So
is using. So what would I give Romy's score? Well, it probably won't surprise you that for all 4 sections, Romy is going to score 9. And we'll talk about them each individually.
So what would I give Romy's score? Well, it probably won't surprise you that for all 4 sections, Romy is going to score 9, and we'll talk about them each individually.
Fluency and coherence. She
Fluency and coherence.
explained, she gave reasons, she didn't stop speaking, she didn't have any hesitation looking
She explained. She gave reasons. She didn't stop speaking. She didn't have any hesitation looking for language.
for language. It was all extremely natural. And
It was all extremely natural.
this word natural is very important.
And this word natural is very important.
For lexical resource, again, she had a wide range of vocabulary.
For lexical resource, again, she had a wide range of vocabulary.
She used words like trashing my room,
She used words like trashing my room,
or it's not set in stone. You don't
or,
have to use lots
it not set in stones.
of them throughout your speech, but you do have to demonstrate that you understand how to use idiomatic phrases and less common phrases, phrasal verbs, all of those, and high level words. Good vocabulary. She used words like trashing my room or it's not set in stone. You don't have to use lots of them throughout your speech, but you do have to demonstrate that you understand how to use idiomatic phrases and less common phrases, phrasal verbs, all of those, and high level words.
For lexical resource, again, she had a wide range of vocabulary. She used words like trashing my room or it's not set in stone. You don't have to use lots of them throughout your speech, but you do have to demonstrate that you understand how to use automatic phrases and less common phrases, phrasal verbs, all of those, and high level words. Good job, band 9. Grammatical range and accuracy.
Good job, band 9. Grammatical range and accuracy, I didn't hear any problems with accuracy. She made good use of a wide range of different types of complex structures.
Good job, band 9. Grammatical range and accuracy. I didn't hear any problems with the accuracy. She made a good use of wide range of different types of a complex structure. So that we'll talk about the range of language. If sentences, when sentences, that sentences, which sentences. All of these subordination sentences. Good job, band 9.
So that will talk about the range of language. Um, if sentences, when sentences, that sentences, which sentences, all of these subordination sentences. Good job, band 9. And pronunciation. Romy was effortless, she was easy to understand, she had good chunking,
And pronunciation. Romy was effortless. She was easy to understand. She had good chunking.
she had good inflection and intonation.
She had good inflection and intonation.
So many things you can learn from Romy here.
So many things you can learn from Romy here.
Band 9.
a band 9.
I hope you took away lots of things from Romy's
I hope you took away lots of things from Romy's speech here.
speech here. I think she did a wonderful job,
I think she did a wonderful job,
and this video serves as an example of learning ideas.
and I think she did a wonderful job, and this video serves as an example of learning ideas,
Learning what other people do and how they do it
learning what people do and how they do it.
is a great way for you to learn. I'm a teacher, so I can guide you. I'm not going to be able to fix all of your individual mistakes, and it's your job to go away and watch these videos.
It's a great way for you to learn. I'm a teacher, so I can guide you. I'm not going to be able to fix all of your individual mistakes, and it's your job to go away and watch the videos and try and take something away from them and say, I'm going to try and do this throughout my next speaking test.
And try and take something away from them and say, I'm going to try and do this throughout my next speaking test. So thank you on behalf of IELTS Daily for coming back and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave your ideas in the comments section below.
So thank you on behalf of IELTS Daily for coming back and watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. Please, please leave your ideas in the comment section below. If we made a mistake in the video, then I'm sorry.
If we made a mistake in the video, then I'm sorry. I don't
Think
think that
that
we're
we
all
are
perfect.
perfect.
So
Please.
please, if you can give some feedback on how you think Romy did, how she could improve if you think that she didn't do well in a certain area, we'd love to hear those particular pieces of feedback back from you.
If we made a mistake in the video, then I'm sorry. I don't think that we are all perfect. So please, if you can give some feedback on how you think Romy did, how she could improve if you think that she didn't do well in a certain area, we'd love to see, we'd love to hear those particular pieces of feedback from you.
Don't forget, after this, you can watch the entire Romy speaking practice test without any interruptions from me.
Don't forget, after this, you can watch the entire Romy speaking practice test without any interruption from me. And this is a great opportunity for you to go sit, listen, maybe put it on while you are sitting and relaxing. If you are on the bus going to work or to school or to your college, please put it on and have a listen.
This is a great opportunity for you to go, sit, listen, maybe put it on while you are sitting and relaxing. If you're on the bus going to work or to school or to your college, please put it on and have a listen. Thanks for joining. I hope you guys are doing really well in your IELTS preparation.
Thanks for joining. I hope you guys are doing really well in your IELTS preparation. I'll see
I'll
you
see you in the
in the
next
next
video.
video.
Take care.
Care. Bye for now.
Hello and welcome to this practice exam conducted by IELTS Daily. My name is Maddie and I'm your practice IELTS speaking examiner.
Take care. Bye for now. Right, let's see. I'm gonna finish this video without stopping, okay? Hello and welcome to this practice exam conducted by IELTS Daily. My name is Maddie and I'm your practice IELTS speaking examiner.
The questions in this test are designed to simulate the IELTS speaking test.
The questions in this test are designed to simulate the IELTS speaking test.
Let's start.
So let's start.
What's your first name, please?
What's your first name, please?
Romy.
Let's talk about you.
Romy. Let's talk about you.
Do you have a wide circle of friends or just a few close friends?
Okay. Instead of saying wide range, do you have any friend? She asked, do you have a wide circle of friends or just a few close friends?
Um, I tend to have a wide range of friends.
All right. They paraphrase the word wide range with wide circle. All right. Wide range and wide circle. It means you have to understand the question and you need to paraphrase the question. to show that you completely understand the question and you know that you can alternate the words in the question with another words in your answer.
I don't have many friends that I would consider very close to me. I like to have a lot of people I can reach out to and a lot of different types of friends that I can go to for different reasons.
All right, so this question is not only about answering. This is a question for you to choose whether you have a wide range of friends or you just have a few close friends. It means you have to pick one of the two answer, one of the two options. One, I have a lot of friends. Two, I generally have a few friends who I consider as close to me. So Romy chose the answer, which is he has a wide range of friends, and she also explained why she doesn't have close friends. That is a perfect answer. Pretty good. Mhm.
So yeah.
Ah, I'm not gonna shout with anything. I need to analyze and understand her speech.
It depends. I try to see them as much as possible. It can be very hard to arrange meetings with friends, especially when you have like such a wide range. I see friends that I do sport with every day almost because I play sport every day. Then other people I don't see as often, but I'm still just as close with when I meet up with them finally.
This answer for the second question are very good. I can say it has a very good connection with the first answer. Why? Because in the second answer, she says that she could not arrange meeting with every single friend that she has because she has a wide range of friends. The word wide range of friends, especially when you have like such a wide range of friends. This sentence, this phrase is to show the connection between the first answer and the second answer, the very good coherence between the two answers, which is mean you understand the storyline, the outline of the task, and you know what you should say to connect your first answer with the second answer.
And do you have a best friend?
And she also explained that besides the friend that she plays sport with, she has other friends who she cannot spend much time with them, but she still have time to see them. A very wonderful answer. It's not about the language, it's about the idea of the test taker. It's about Romy's idea. In a short amount of time, she has to brainstorm a lot of idea in her brain and give a very good answer which connect to other answer. She's so good. She's just so good.
Um, I wouldn't really say that I have a best friend. I have a couple of friends I would consider myself to be closer with. Um, but I think the word best friend can be very um, set in stone. And things change. Life is pretty variable. So um, I tend to just know who my close friends are and yeah, keep it at that.
Set in stone. So in the last video, we have already learned the idiom set in stone is to be very difficult or impossible to change. And in this question, the examiner, who is Romy, asked her, does he have a best friend? She says she doesn't have a best friend. But the way she answered that she doesn't have a best friend is really awesome. She says she wouldn't really say that she has a best friend. Yeah. Instead of saying I don't have a best friend, she said I wouldn't really say that I have a best friend. Wow. It's like tôi không nghĩ là tôi có một cái người bạn thân nhất. Thay vì nói là tôi không có ai là bạn thân thì nói là tôi không nghĩ là tôi có một người nào được xem là bạn thân nhất. Yeah, very good answer. I have a couple of friends I would consider myself to be closer with, but I think the word best friend can be very setting stone. Things change life and is pretty variable. So I tend to just know who my close friends are and yeah, keep it at that. This answer is not only about the idea, it's also about the honesty and how you live, your personality being shown in this answer. Romy personality was shown in this answer. It means she doesn't believe in the word best friend. Because best friend is mean you have to live and you play with a person for a really long time. And maybe that best friend will stick to your life forever. Even when you have marriage, you have a child, you have your children, you still play with that friend. That's why you consider that person is your best friend, but actually that thing really sucks. Because for adult, amateur people, I don't think, and I also consider Romy answer is similar to mine because adults do not have many friends that they consider as good. Just don't say that they even consider them as best friend because we have our own family, we have our own job, we have to do our own job. We don't have much time to spend with our friend. We have to spend time with our, how can I say it, partner, spouse, or wife, or husband. You don't even have time for your family. So how can you play with your friend? How can you spend time with your friend when you have to take your time and spend it with your family, man? You still have your parent, right? So I consider Bromy answer is one of the best answer that I could say. I also will answer something which is similar to Bromy. And this answer is not only about the idea, it's also about the personality of the test taker, of the candidate. And this answer is just awesome, man.
Now I'd like to move on to the topic of evenings. What do you normally do in the evening?
If it's a normal day, I'll be exhausted. I'm always pretty tired, so I tend to just relax, have dinner with my family, um, and then I'll try and read a book if I have time, or if it's during university, I usually have to do quite a little bit of study. If it's during the holidays or sometime where I have more time and I'm not as tired, I tend to want to catch up with friends. So I'll go out to dinner in the city, or I might watch a movie with friends, or go out for food and drinks. It really depends.
All right. So what is the past part of this answer? For me, the past part of the answer is the word is really depends. Normally, the test taker in Vietnam will say it really depends at the beginning of the answer. However, in Bromy answers, she used the phrase it really depends at the end of her answer. And she just give her idea, he just illustrate, give out her idea first. And this is a two sides answer. The first side is about a normal day, and the other side is about a holiday. Wow, this answer is awesome. I want to listen to it again.
know who my close friends are, and yeah, keep it at that.
Now I'd like to move on to the topic of evenings. What do you normally do in the evening?
If it's a normal day, I'll be exhausted. I'm always pretty tired, so I tend to just relax, have dinner with my family, um, and then I'll try and read a book. If I have time, or if it's during university, I usually have to do quite a bit of study. If it's during the holidays or sometime where I have more time and I'm not as tired, I tend to want to catch up with friends. So I'll go out to dinner in the city, or I might watch a movie with friends, or go out for food and drinks. It really depends.
This answer is not really awesome. It's just good at the words, at the phrase. It really depends. However, it's really fast for Romy to think up, to make up the answer. I don't really know whether she is being honest or she just make up the answer. Maybe because Romy is Australian and English is her first language, so she just make it so natural, man.
And would you like to do an evening course in the subject?
Um, I'm not sure. I've never really considered it. I think I don't think I would, because evenings are a very precious time to me.
All right, I think she is being honest.
The time I like to use to do stuff for myself and to relax. So I don't think I would try and fill my evenings with anything else.
So because English is her first language, she doesn't have to afraid. She didn't have to afraid of being wrong or being mistaken in grammar. She just answer and focus on answer the question correctly. It's only about good answer, about the idea of the answer,
Now let's think about the topic of money. Like,
not idiom here.
are you good at saving money?
I'm not good at saving money at all. To I tend to do a lot of shopping. Um, so I really like finding new brands and new boutiques. And I also love to go out and socialize with my friends. So I find it very hard to save money. Um, and that's something I'm definitely trying to work on.
Try to work on. Definitely trying to work on. This is a very good phrase.
Have you ever made an expensive purchase?
All right, so this answer or this question is connected to the first question. If you answer this question wrong, you will be marked as lacking a coherent because the previous question asks you about whether you are good at saving money or not. If you answer yes, then in this question you have to answer that you have never do or have never made any expensive purchase. But if you answer the previous question is no, just like Romy, then you have to answer that you made a lot of expensive purchases. That's it. It's just two separate questions, but the answer can determine whether you have a good band score or a low band score. High or low is depends on the logic, the coherence of your answer.
Um, yes, I have. I'd say I do a lot of rowing, and that is a very expensive sport. So I'd say that all my expenses for that sport have been very um, large, I would say, and the membership.
The thing that I want to share here is the word expand. Expand is mean the money, the extra money. So we use the adjective large to express or to describe the expenses. I don't know that we can use the word large to describe how big the expenses are. Can we use the word large? Great, great expense. I don't know that we can use the word large to say you spend a lot of money on something. A great, a huge, considerable, a vast. I have never heard anyone use the word large. So based on Longman Dictionary, the word expand can be used with the adjective great, huge, considerable, vast, not large. But in this answer, Romy said large. It must be a reason for Romy to say so because she is Australian, all right? And they use language as their first language, their primary language. So there must be a reason for Romy to use the word large because with expenses. All right, I respect you. I will use the word large in the future if I remember that we can use the word large. Otherwise, I will choose the word great
Ships at work
or tremendous, enormous, or something.
are pretty expensive, so I consider it something that is very important to me. And it's obviously like one of my main sports that I do, so I tend to put it at a high priority.
And what would you do if someone gave you a large amount of money?
Um,
What would you do? What would you do if someone gave you a large amount of money?
it's a very good question. I'm really not sure. There's nothing that I really would need to spend it on right now. I'd like to think that I would.
Like I said in the last video, the phrase is a very good question, is a good phrase that can buy you some time to brainstorm the idea. However, don't overuse it. This is a very danger method of buying some more time for you to answer your question. Romy used these phrases very naturally, very natural, because she really amazed by the question. That's why she used this phrase, but not for any one of us. If you want to use this phrase, you have to make sure that you are really surprised by the answer.
Donate some of it, as everybody would. Um, I think it would really help for my savings account, go towards saving up for a house in the future, or just towards general day-to-day life.
Just similar to the previous question, she says she's not sure. I like to think that.
Part 2. In the next part of the test, I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. You'll have 1 minute to think about what you want to say and I'll give you a pen and some paper to make notes if you want. Is that clear?
Yes.
Here is your paper and here is your pen. You have 1 minute to prepare. Talk about a time when you were disappointed.
I used to get pretty disappointed in my sisters every time I would come home and they would trashed my room or taken stuff out of the drawers and still stolen my clothes. It used to be a very touchy subject in my household because clothes would always go missing and I would always be very disappointed and angry and wondering where my favorite clothes were. And I think that coming to college um, has made me realize how much I value them as sisters and how much I really don't mind if they steal my clothes anymore or that they say things that sometimes let me down. I think that family has become such an important value to me. Um, and I have realized that because I have moved away from home now and I now find myself missing them a lot. And so in reality, I've realized it's very much not a big deal at all. Um, this doesn't seem to happen as much now. I think it's a massive issue of communication. Um, and now I really trust my sisters and don't mind if they ask me to borrow something. Um, so yeah, I think my mom tries to get involved as well, which makes it even more of a bigger deal. Um, but really, when I look back on it, I can see that it's not a big thing at all, and I really um, and just it's just made me realize how much people tend to fight over such small things
I just can't believe that Romy got a 9 in fluency, man.
and get disappointed in people for things that they really didn't have a negative um, but they really didn't do it intentionally to hurt you or to put you down or make you feel bad. So I think that's a really important thing to realize.
Thank you. I want to stay on the topic of feelings. Is it important for people to share their honest opinion about things?
At times, yes. I think honesty is one of the most important virtues. I think that being honest with someone helps you build that trust and that communication. And I think that I always feel closer to someone when they've shared or they've spoken honestly to me, but I also do think at times it can be better to tell a little white lie, especially in the case where it's going to hurt someone else's feelings or where it's really not necessary for them to know um, and it will just ricochet and have other effects and just impact everyone around.
All right, for this question, first, she gives her opinion, which is yes, and then her also asks some supporting ideas. And she asks even more detail to cover or to construct her idea to make sure that the examiner has nothing else to wonder about why she chose to answer yes. Trust and communication, the word that should not be removed. Mhm. At a time, at times. Sometime or occasion, đôi khi, at times. Damn it, hồi nãy gõ không ra, bây giờ gõ lại ra, ngộ chứ. Sometime, phrases, not idiom hả? What? Time New Roman, man. Đôi khi. Mhm. But I also do think. The word do think is very important because this is like an emphasize to the word see the thing. She also believe. The word white lie is news to me. I don't think we can use it in a real test. It's very difficult to apply it into a real one.
Is there a good way to give constructive feedback to someone?
Yes, I definitely think there is, and this is something that I've learned about in one of the courses I'm studying at uni too.
The word there is very important because if you don't choose the words carefully, instead of saying there is, you say there are, then you have to add as many as supportive answer as you can. So choose the word carefully and answer there is. Because if you answer there is, you just need to give one supporting ideas about why. And if you answer there are, you have to give many different supportive answer, many reasons to support your answer.
Which was about sports coaching. So how we can give constructive feedback and help our students um, to learn from their mistakes. And I think it's really important when giving constructive feedback to say something positive first. To make sure you're not too negative and that you don't have a negative tone to your voice, that you're happy.
Why do they like to use the word definitely so much? I have watched many different mock speaking exams, and almost all of them, the native speaker one, they always use the word definitely. I wonder why they are using this completely or just to show that they yes, they totally. It's just her answer. This answer cannot be copied because it depends on what you are and how you do your job. It's just a normal answer based on her own experience.
Um, and that you're just genuinely trying to help them. You want to give off the vibe that you're just trying to help them and not that you're trying to put them down. I think it's one of the worst things when someone's telling you something and you know they're just trying to let you down, trying to make you feel bad about yourself. So I always try and start with something positive and then say, how about we try this, or how about next time you do this? I think always phrasing it as a question is also a more sensitive way to approach the topic.
And what can people learn from feelings of disappointment?
A lot. I think in terms of my sport, I've been disappointed in results a lot of the time. I think disappointment can act as motivation very easily. It can be turned and manipulated into many things. But I think if you always try and manipulate it in a positive way, and try and
Manipulate many things. Why did she use the word manipulate with into? Manipulate. It's also manipulate with the object, right? So why did she put into? There was no into with the word manipulate, right? Manipulate someone into doing something, not manipulated into something. Is a passive form, right? Can be turned and can be manipulated into something. Oh my God.
I think disappointment can act as motivation very easily. It can be turned and manipulated into many things. But I think if you always try and manipulate it in a positive way, try and use it to your advantage, try and use it to motivate or to change something that you would have liked, you wouldn't have liked to be said about yourself. I think it can always be used in a good way.
Thank you. That is the end of this practice IELTS speaking test.
Thank you.
All right, now after we finish analyzing this video, I understand why Trish said that we don't have to get to the level of Romy. In in the previous part of the video, where is it? Here. Like I just said, she was perfect. She combined everything that she has into her answer, her knowledge, her personality, her honesty, and even her humor. She combined everything into her answer, and she had a very good performance, which is why it's really hard for us to think that we should do as well as her. It's not about trying to be like someone. It's about studying, learning from their performance, and applying their knowledge, applying the thing that you can learn from them into your own speech, into your own self. That's why we need to spend more time studying, analyzing, and shadowing the answer. All right, that's it. A wonderful video, wonderful performance from Romy from Australia. She deserves a 9 without any question, right? So it's only 53 minutes. All right, I think we should finish it here a little earlier than we normally do. One of the first video, this should be the first video that I finished before it catch up to 1 hour, right? Now good. So see you in the next video. 5355. We will do another shadowing and analyzing video about another band 9 example, right? So see you in the next video. Bye. I'm 5355.